So the word freedom is really big in the news right now. We're coming out of the end of hopefully the end of the COVID pandemic, and we've got lots of demonstrations happening, especially here north in Canada with the truckers rally, and it's all about freedom. And I see this in social media everywhere. It's all about freedom, freedom, we want our freedoms, we want our freedoms. Well, that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about your freedom, but I want to talk specifically not about freedom from the oppressive government and all that other stuff. I'm not going to get political on you. I want to talk about the freedoms for you inside your accounting practice. And when I look at and I think about freedoms, I always think about, there's two parts to it. There's always two parts to it. One is a freedom from, so you're getting freedom from something, but then you also want freedom to, right? So there's freedom from and there's freedom to. And ultimately, what is the freedom from? If you're not feeling free, if you're not feeling fulfilled in your accounting practice and your work and what you're doing, is you're feeling like what I call being a victim. You're a victim to your accounting firm. You're a victim to the industry, a victim to your clients, a victim to the timesheet, a victim to the whole model. You want freedom from being a victim to feeling empowered. So when you're actually a free person, when you feel free, you feel empowered. And that's really what we're trying to do here. Get you away from feeling like a victim to feeling empowered. And then when I had my accounting practice, originally when I got in there, I was a complete victim. Like I was a victim of three things. I was a victim, or the three things. I call it the three lies. I was a victim of the three lies inside the accounting model. One was that my worth was equal to how many hours I worked. So that was the victim mentality, number one. Number two is that my clients were naturally price sensitive to my services. So we just go price sensitive here. Right? They're sensitive to price, and that tax time just had to suck. Just had to suck. Those were what I call the three lies. And I was a victim, so I was crunching out billable hours, and then I was fighting my clients for bills, and they felt super price sensitive. They weren't really truly valuing what I was bringing to the table. And then tax season or busy season, well, then that just had to suck. You just had to work crazy hours. And so from moving from a victim mentality and saying, okay, well, I want to move away from, I want freedom from this victim state. I want freedom from the thought and these three lies that I keep believing in. And I want to go to an empowered state. And imagine this, just picture this. You have the freedom to determine, number one, you get to determine how much money you make. Determine how much money you make. Imagine if you were in an empowered state and you could determine how much money you make. You got to choose, and you got to choose the clients that you got to work with. You didn't feel like you had to keep all those crappy clients that were a pain in the butt all the time, because if you didn't, you wouldn't have the cash flow. Imagine if you had complete freedom just to pick and choose who you want. You could say no to the people you didn't want, you offload the clients you don't like, and you just take the ones that really work well with you. And then number three, imagine if you could actually set your own free time. You got to decide when and how much time you took off inside your accounting practice. And that's, in a nutshell, what the Accountant Success Formula does. That's what I did for myself, and I've done for every accounting firm that I've ever worked for, is getting out of this victim mentality. It's that this is just the way it's always been, it's the way the accountants have always worked, it's the way clients have always paid us, and this is what we have to do. Boom, put on the chain, the handcuffs, and away we go. It doesn't have to be this way, but it's all about freedom. Do you want your freedom back? I think you do. And for those of you who really do, I want you to reach out and give me a call, and I would love to have a chat with you about the Accountant Success Formula program, because it works. It gives you your freedom back. It gets you away from feeling like a victim, back to a state of empowerment where you get to determine how much money you make, get to choose the clients you want to work with, and you get to set up the amount of free time that you have outside of your accounting practice. So I'm Eric Solback, and reminding you that when you take back control of your business model, you can take back control of your life. Stay tuned for more success tips to come.